Alright guys, T-shirt booth here for So You Want to Make a Boggle Game video number 5. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far along the way. It's been a blast to make these videos. So let's dive right in. I'm in the letter actor, and let's just do a little bit of cleanup. Alright, so we have the display text, self, what selection am I? We don't need that anymore, so let's delete that. And we're going to go ahead and turn the other one back on, the display what letter am I. I'll hit preview here. So now when I do that, it's back to displaying the letters. I'm still iffy about our table. We're probably going to go in and fix that because right now I only have one vowel, which would make this puzzle very hard to do. So we're probably going to add some more vowels into our table, but we don't need to care about that right now. So we're going to shrink this, and we have this. Let's name this. This is our what select am I to how many letters selected. We'll call this unselected letter rule. Okay, and we have our display text. I'm going to take both of these if pressed, and I'm going to create a group. If pressed rule. Our set distance we don't need in here. We can have up in our hide. And scramble letters when true, we can put that in our hide. And if pressed and used, which one's that one? Yeah, so we can put that in our hide also. So we probably won't be using that again, at least not for a while. Okay. See how clean I like to keep things. I mean, it can get messy quick, so you kind of want to keep it as clean as possible. So let's go ahead and jump right into our next step. Our next step is going to be displaying the letters as a word. So we're going to make a new actor here, and I'm going to call it display word. And I'm going to drag it into our scene here, and I'm just going to put it at the top like this. Something like that. So that's going to display the word as we're creating it. And I'm going to make some attributes. Now, I think Boggle can allow you to do up to a 25-letter word, but that's just insane. We're going to do 12, just for the sake of this demo. I'm going to hit the plus sign. I'm going to create a text attribute, choose, and I'm going to create 12 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll call it 1, 2, and we'll just keep naming it like that all the way down. So we have 12 of them. Now we don't need to fill them in at all, just leave them blank. Now we're going to go back into our letter actor. We're going to create a group. Put a group up here. And then we're going to put a rule in this group. And we're going to say if attribute game how many letters how many letters selected, make sure that's the right one. Sorry, I have that wrong. I'm going to change that to self what selection am I. So if self what selection am I equals 1, we're going to change attribute game 1 to self what letter am I. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it into our behaviors here. So it makes a new behavior. And then in this rule, I'm going to select otherwise. And I'm going to drag this back in here. And now I'm going to say if it equals 2, we're going to change this to game 2. Then I'm going to hit otherwise and drag it in again. And you guessed it, 3, game 3. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way to 12. So I'm going to pause this right now, come back when I'm done 12, and you do the same. So you're just going to keep going in the otherwise, and the otherwise, and the otherwise for a big long chain. And I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I've done all mine. If you want to make sure that you've done it correctly, just count the tabs all the way from the bottom corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you have 13 tabs, you probably did it correctly. And we'll scroll all the way to the top. And let's just shrink this. And we're going to change the title of that to Set Letters for Word. So I'm going to save this here just in case. File, save as, go there. So now I'm going to hit preview. And I'll do this. And, oh, I didn't put a display text in there, so let's go back in here first. And go to our display word, and we're going to put a display text in here. And we'll tell it to display game 1 ... 2 ... game.3 ... 4 ... 5 ... 6 ... 7 ... 8 ... 9 ... 10 ... 11 ... 12. Okay, I'm going to set this to color. We'll do green, and I think 40 would be okay for the size we have, but we'll see. So I'm going to hit preview, and let's shuffle these letters here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we can select more than 12, but it won't put them in there, and we'll fix that in a second. So let's make sure it was okay. So it's RTILT, RTILT, GMJD, GMJD, MCR, MCR. Perfect. So it's perfect. It's just the way we want it. One thing that won't happen though is if I click over here and unselect these, it doesn't change this. So that's the next thing we need to do. We're going to go back into our actor here, and you'll have it all shrinked up. Should look something like this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put another group in here. And we're going to call this, I don't know, let's call this readjust word if unselected. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a rule in here, and we're going to say if attribute game, how many letters selected is less than 1. So if no letters are selected, we're going to go change attribute, game 1, and we'll just leave that blank. And I copy that down, and we'll go game 2. Again, we're leaving it blank. 3. And we're going to do this for all 12. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back when I've done my 12. Alright, so I have my 12 done. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we'll title that less than 1. And now I'm going to copy this into the behavior section, so it brings it to a custom behavior. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the otherwise of this, and then we're going to drag it in. And the reason why we're using otherwise is instead of just making more rules and more rules, is it's easier on the processing power. See, if we make them just their own rules all together, then it has to check 12 different rules every, like 30 times a second, for instance. But if we have an otherwise, then it'll stop at where it is. So if it already equals 1, it won't bother checking the 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to 12. So it just eases up the processing power. So otherwise is a great thing to use. So we drag that into the otherwise. We're going to change that to 2. And then we're going to say, so if it's less than 2, which means selected is 1, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 1 because selection's 1, so we don't want to touch 1, we want to touch 2. So basically, we want the first one to be the same number that this is. Okay, so we're going to scroll down here now and go to otherwise. We're going to drag this in again, and now we're going to call this 3. So you want to delete everything up until 3. So 1, 2. So now this is game.3, and that's 3. We're good to go. I'm going to scroll down, and we're going to drag this in again, and we're going to call this 4. And then we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, and keep the 4. Now I'm just going to show you here how it's working. So we'll pick this, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll go back to 2. And boom, it sets at 2, go to 1, sets it to 1, go back to 4, no problem, go back to 1, boom. Alright, so we're going to go back here, and I'm going to get you to finish up. I'm going to pause the game, or pause the video, and I'm going to finish mine up all the way to 12. If there's something different to do on 12, I'll let you know when I get there. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Alright guys, so yep, that's fine. We got all the way down to the 12th otherwise. Let's get down to the bottom here. So your last one should be if it's less than 12, change 12 to blank. So that's good like that. And I just realized something. Having all these is really going to slow down this actor, and we need access to this actor a lot. So we're going to shrink this here. And so we have these two things here. Just let me check this one. No, I can't do it to that one. But this one here, readjust word if unselected. What I want you to do is drag this into your custom behaviors. Okay. In the next video, I'm gonna try something after I'm done this video, and if it works, I'm gonna show you what to do with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and press preview now, and you're gonna see here. We'll pick the letters. And so I can select, you know, JTILCRKECT, and I go back to C, and boom, it does that. Go back to T, it's there, and I can all day long I can do that, and go back to A, and boom, it's to A. So it's constantly keeping track of what word we have selected, and I will see you guys in video number 6.